So let me tell y'all something about Chick-fil-A. I used to love Chick-fil-A. Around May, I went to Chick-fil-A on my usual, because a lot of times Chick-fil-A is the only place that's open, the only place that you can grab something that you think is sort of kind of healthy, whatever the case is. So I'm like, all right, cool. Got me some Chick-fil-A. That night, I got food poisoning. I was sick to my stomach. I threw up the very next morning as I was trying my best to get to work. Not only did I throw up that morning, but I kept throwing up that morning. Drove into work anyway, because I'm just that kind of girl. Then, when I got to work, I was like, I can't do this. My head was hurting, couldn't get, and didn't even sleep the night before. So I said to myself, I'm never going to Chick-fil-A again, or at least that Chick-fil-A. So fast forward, and it is now May, June, July, August, September, October. 5 months later, basically about 5.5 months or so later. And I said, okay, there's nothing else. And see, I think that is kind of how they make their money. That's kind of how they, are able to really bank in a community where a lot of times that is probably the best thing that is on the menu. Some Chick-fil-A. Okay, cool. So I'm like, bet, I'm just gonna go get some fries and try to give me some French fries. Waited, and the line was a little long. I said, okay, no big deal. Then they start bringing food around the corner. Now look, I have this thing about bringing food around the corner. Some people say, Miriam, you're too... I am who I am. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, if you don't, whatever. It's fine, okay? When people bring out the food and I'm on the other side of the building, but you coming way from the window around the corner. Now, here's a couple things that my brain goes through. I don't know if you done tried to give my bag of my food to other people. I don't know if you've tried to, is this your bag? Is this your bag? Back and forth, back and forth. I don't know none of that. Because what happened was, that's what happened. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, this guy has passed me. He had a bag. Something was telling me, stop him, because that's probably your food. And I rolled down my window and I'm thinking to myself, that's my food. And he's not saying anything, so maybe it's me. And I kept going. I got to the window. And he done went all the way around the goddamn building here to Timbuktu with my food. And by that time, I was like, nah, can I get a fresh French fry? Because dude done went all around the building. I don't know if he tried to give the food to somebody else, because apparently he didn't think it was me that was supposed to have that bag that he was trying to give away. So apparently he didn't know who to give it to. So it was kind of like, let's just pass it wherever. Yo, I am picky as hell about what I eat. And that's just me. And I'll say it again. That is just me. Those are things that I do for my whatever, mental whatever. That's just how I operate. So when they were making the fries and stuff, you could tell they had an attitude. And I'm thinking, I don't want this shit. It's just a $9 bag that I've paid for. And as soon as I got it, I threw it on the floor. Because I'm thinking to myself, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't know if at this point, little Sally went to the back and she got pissed because I asked for a new fresh bag of fries. I don't want it no more. And the only reason I went is because I thought I was supposed to have a meeting. And the meeting is pretty much holding up my time for what I really wanted to do, which was really go somewhere else and get something to eat. They do say you have a choice in how you react. So this is how I reacted. I emailed the person that I'm supposed to be having a meeting with. And since 1 o'clock, they have yet to respond. So because they have still yet to respond, I am going to go and get whatever food I was intending to get in the first place. And that is all. Because number one, it is Friday, and it is the day in which I am supposed to be not stressing. I have done my homework. I have been literally on my feet all day. And I'm a tired woman. Y'all have a good weekend. But I'm going to tell you this. That dude was wrong. And at least in my mind, y'all might have eaten the food. Y'all might have done whatever. That's perfectly fine. But for me,